Good morning, one and all. The present um, talk is about one of the important topics in our day to day life, purity of water. So, how the water quality is very, very important in our day to day life. So, what are all the issues that present in the water that we are using in regular life, and how the impurities should be removed from those water which are we are using in regular life. So techniques one of the techniques are desalination. It means removing salts, minerals from water, seawater. Okay, so generally it can generate lots of water after we are doing that desalination process. How those water can be usable in our day to day life. So we know very well about hardness, temporary, permanent hardness, like that. It means temporary hardness, on high boiling the salts can be removed, but permanent hardness we have to treat with some chemical treatment in order to remove those hardest salts that present in the water. So we are doing some titrations also regard we know the in order to check the hardness of the water. Okay, here reverse osmosis is also one of the such a technique that to check the water quality by removing those impurities, and we can use those water in day to day life. So desalination is removing salts and minerals from seawater or brackish water, which in turn generate billions of gallons of potable water which are we are using after those desalination process. So those examples: seawater, water from inland seas, mineralized groundwater, municipal seawater. Methods of desalination: reverse osmosis, I just discussed now. Filtration techniques, one of the filtration techniques which in turn uses a semi-permeable membrane such a polyamide cellulose acetate, which filters those impurities and give the maximum purity of water. Another method is electrodialysis, current passed to separate ions in salt water. Thermal desalination, boiling the seawater and condense the vapors of those seawater into pure water. Solar desalination, so heat energy from sun to heat the water. It uses energy from sun to heat the water, so evaporation will happen, so condensation will happen, and finally separate the impurities from those water. That is called solar desalination. These are some of the techniques in desalination. We are going to discuss among those is reverse osmosis, highly effective filtration method. We know very well about RO, even in our day to day life we are using, in home also we are using. Filtration method that ensures the purification of water by removing dissolved impurities, heavy metals, harmful contaminants. So science behind reverse osmosis, what is that? Natural osmosis: water moves from low solute concentration to high solute concentration through semi-permeable membrane. So reverse osmosis, H2O moves from high solute concentration to low solute concentration through the membranes, that is semi-permeable membranes, such a polymer, cellulose acetate, etc., by applying pressure on high concentration of impurities with a desirable temperature also. Applying pressure, so there would be a movement from one side to another side through the membrane, which in turn collect the particles, impurities. So this pressure forces water to move towards low purity concentration, leaving contaminants behind. That is called reverse osmosis process. It looks very simple. Depends on factors are water pressure, the temperature. So what membrane we are using, how quality it is, that is quality of RO membrane. These are very very important factors, three factors for RO process. So what are all the components here? Pre-filters remove large particles, sediments, chlorides, etc. RO membrane, semi-permeable membrane dissolves impurities. Semi-permeable membrane dissolves those impurities that present in the middle of the layer. So post filters provides final polishing to water. After is done, we will that process will be giving a polishing one to the water, which is removing any residual taste. Okay. Finally, it shows the purified water which we are going to use. These are simple picture polyamides. Here we are using cellulose acetone, that is a semi-permeable membrane. You can see in the middle. So water flow, very simple technique. RO, effective contaminants removal, dissolved salts, particles, harmful impurities, lead, mercury, etc. So improved taste by removing substances that cause odor, and it is also a cost effective one, since we can use very simply. This is the simple method of reverse osmosis. In order to know the water quality in our day-to-day life, we are using this. So thank you so much.